Hello, everyone. Welcome to Praise the Run. Another episode. Patrick, how are you doing?
Good. I keep getting all these. There's like this new. Maybe it's not new, but it's new to me. This new scam that I keep getting on Facebook Messenger, where an artist will message me saying, "Hey, man, I'm an artist, and I'd love to paint one of your pictures." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. That sounds innocent enough." And so I'm like, "Sure." And then they'll go, "All right." And then usually it's the most recent picture you posted because it's a scam, and so that's probably how it got picked up.
Right.
So it was my profile picture I just changed, and they're like, is it cool if I do this one? I really like it," or something along the lines of that. And then, again, it's totally fine. I'm like, sure, whatever, just don't paint me in Nazi propaganda or something, like,
Right.
don't, or I'll sue you. I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't care, whatever. And then they'll go, all right, well, I'm gonna need. When I do that, I'm gonna sell it, and because it's your photo, I want you to get some of the credit. So I'm gonna need your name and number, or your name and email address, and that's like kind of sketchy already, right? And then after that, I haven't gotten this far, but I looked it up. If you go past that, they'll usually go, oh man, well, just in case, I'm gonna need the name of your bank, so just in case it like doesn't go through or something. I don't know. It's like a whole thing, but it keeps happening now in like different type of. It's not even the same, like copy and paste. It's like they try to do it different ways. Like I'm a graphic designer. Oh, I draw cartoons for your family. Oh, you got a pet dog that I can draw, but then it always leads to that same thing, and it sucks because I get excited. Like, oh man, someone wants to paint me.
Is it like an AI bot, or is it
Usually, yeah, it's some sort of fake. But like they build enough content. They take enough, photos of probably other people's content and build a page of art that like you kind of have to do some digging sometimes to see like, oh, this is fake or whatever. Or, half the time I don't even look now. I'm just like, fuck off. But it keeps happening. It's annoying.
Damn.
So that's what I was literally doing when you started the episode. I got one of those.
Because you got MOXIE.
Messages. That's what it is. It's my MOXIE. This episode brought to you by MOXIE.
Patrick is drinking a MOXIE, which...
Because I'm 80 years old.
When you work at a diner, which that's the only time I've ever heard people drinking MOXIE is at a diner.
It is the soda of diners.
It's that and Big Red in Texas.
I mean, it kind of tastes like liquid Big Red.
Yeah.
In a way. It's like a...
Is it licorice
Licorice, kind of. It is distinctively different.
Yeah.
If you didn't know. MOXIE.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I don't think I have either until I started working there, and it is just... It's like... It's less fizzy.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't feel full drinking it.
Weird.
And it also has that weird... I also like licorice, so I think that's it, too. I really like black licorice.
Yeah. I love black licorice. I don't like red licorice.
So, it's kind of like that. It's like black licorice soda. Without, like, really any of that, like, syrupy aftertaste that a lot of sodas have.
Yeah.
It's nice. It really is... It's a good... It's probably just as bad for you.
Probably.
But it's a lot smoother.
What's the sugar in that?
Probably 100 million. No. Total sugar's 37.
37 grams.
Yeah, so probably the average Coke.
Right.
But also you get this cool guy pointing at you. And what soda has that?
He has MOXIE.
Yeah, he has a big M on his tie. Can't beat that.
Is he a doctor? The can, like, MOXIE always looked like,
medical?
Medical, yeah.
I think that might be the
medicine.
thing, because it's older too, so it's supposed to kind of look like one of those like old school.
It's like Dr. Pepper as well was made like that.
Dr. MOXIE.
It was like warm Dr. Pepper's like cold medicine or
PhD.
something like that.
Professor MOXIE.
So strange.
Yeah, but it's good.
Maybe I'll give it a try at some point.
Yeah, totally. The next time I'll bring a unopened can.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try it live on the podcast.
Oh yeah, right here, right now.
Well, not right now.
We got the MOXIE.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time. Right here, right
Do you know who... Well, they've been lacking MOXIE. Xbox had a partner preview this week.
I saw that you did a thing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay. We can start going over it.
Yeah.
It's people I think were more hyped on it than what I was.
Yeah.
I don't, because I can barely remember what we saw here. It was a lot. It's all third party stuff. It's a partner preview.
At
Is
least
what
tell
they're
me what
calling
we're
it.
doing
So it's
here.
all like, you know.
All I know is
different
that it's
things.
serious.
I forgot
It's more than serious, Luna.
the name of this game. But this
It
is
is
like
dangerous.
Assassin's Creed, like,
Oh,
it has
yeah.
like the blink ability. Reminds me of just almost.
Yeah. It kind of
Reflect.
has a Prince of Persia vibes.
In
too.
my experience,
Right, that's what I was
the
thinking
greatest
as
harm
well.
often comes from the best
But
intentions.
The cycle is starting again. How many
I
more
don't-
times must
I don't
we
know
endure the vanity of the Nine?
who Reflector is. I don't know what.
When there
what else
isn't a
they've
path
done
to be found.
before or anything like
Make
that.
one.
Just make one. It has some Souls-like combat as well. You have like dodge parries. The blink ability seems fantastic. You have
Wow, I really thought.
like AoE stuff.
When it started, I thought we were like back in the past, but now there's like like this one stuff.
Right. Well, I think it's like a. Oh, this is Unknown 9 Awakening. That's why I don't remember the
You've
trailer.
been here before, countless
Or
times,
remember the
and
name
so
of the
shall you
trailer.
be here
Yeah,
again.
it's like
In fact,
3 titles.
you're here right now.
Unknown 9.
I didn't know it. It was unknown.
I didn't see the first 8, so I wasn't aware.
But yeah, that's coming out. I don't know who Reflector is, so I have nothing to base
Learn how to
off
wield
what they've
otherworldly
made
skills in the
before,
world of
but it seemed
Unknown
like it
9
was a
with an
cool
in-depth
opening
developer
to this
update on
thing.
Xbox.
Yeah, I know a song
A song.
called Reflector. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's probably not related, but
Probably.
if it
Probably.
was, I mean, they really
I mean, it could be. It could
made
be
a
the
big
theme
jump.
song.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of song association,
Xbox Wire.
this next game is
worked
made
for
by
him.
Riff Raff Game.
Not
No way.
everyone's
The Riff Raff?
ex-employer
He has his own
set him
games?
up to take a fall.
Yeah, maybe.
Just so
he's
happens
also
they
really
framed
into
the wrong
cards.
witch.
Yeah. He's a crazy guy.
They
This
call me
game is called Sleight of
Lady
Hand.
Luck.
It's a
And every card I draw is
third-person
lucky.
stealth-action game. I think is like the whole gimmick. But she has like
And when I
playing
find out what
cards
my
that
old
do, like,
coven is
magic
up to,
abilities and stuff like that.
they better hope they have a good hand.
Another studio that I don't know.
Not tonight, boys.
You get a lot of games published by 11-bit studios in this game.
Yeah.
If the coven wants to
I
play,
don't.
they'll have to play dirty.
Yeah, no gameplay. Third-person stealth sim.
Third-person stealth sim. Oh man,
even a
that's
date.
kind of cool though because it's like, I wonder if it's a deck builder too.
It could be.
You know,
yeah,
like
you could
it's-
get special cards
If
and
there's
stuff
like, if
that.
it's random, like a roguelike, or if there's like, that could be honestly that's pretty sick potential.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we see gameplay soon because
Yeah.
like I don't know,
Right,
it'll
that's
be
what it really
compared.
matters.
It'll be compared to the arcane
What
games
if
for sure.
you could change the decisions you
This next
regret in
game
your
is
life
made by
and see the outcomes of those
what
choices?
what is their
with your
studio
very own
called? They're the
eyes.
studio that made Frostpunk and this.
The
War's
Altars tells
Mine.
the story of Yandals,
Those are very two
a
different
simple
games
miner who
that
survived a
very
crash landing on a
similar
hostile
and,
planet.
in theming.
Yeah.
He quickly realizes that what was
this game is
supposed
called
to
The
be a
Altars.
lifetime job opportunity
Third
turns into a
person
desperate fight for his
survival
life.
game where
Yan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel. Even worse, the planet Yan landed on revolves around the deadly scorching star.
different planets.
Escaping the
it
sunrise
looks
is
like
crucial
the,
for survival. Despite his best efforts, Yan
remember the
simply
name of
lacks
it,
the
but
time
the game
and
where you
skills to
walk
deal
around
with
and
all
carry
these
it.
problems on
They
his
just
own.
made the number 2.
Oh, Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it
The
looked
planet
like.
Yan
kinda
is
has
stranded
Death
on
Stranding
is
vibes.
home to a
Yeah,
mysterious
we'll call it
substance
Death
called
Stranding.
Rupidium.
Just a lot of walking.
With its use and the help
Yeah.
of the
Speaking
quantum
of that, I
computer
watched,
on board, Yan is able to create
like,
alternative
most of the
versions of
game.
himself.
on like someone playing
The
it.
Altars.
Yeah.
Way different of a game than I thought it was. The first one.
It's a Kojima game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Right.
Each one of them
Still,
is the
like,
result of altering a
but
crucial
pretty
decision
cool.
from Jan's past.
Right.
The
Right. I
Altars
don't
are
think
a
it's not his
reflection
best
of the
review.
questions he asks himself.
I'm
What if I never
more
left my
excited
hometown?
for the second one now that I've actually
What if I
seen the
didn't
first
drop out
one
of college?
almost in its entirety.
What if
didn't
I
watch
fought
the
harder
entirety,
to
but
save my marriage?
From what I know, that ending is
Our
bad.
altars have necessary
Yeah,
knowledge and
I gotta
skills that
see
we
it through.
desperately need
Right.
to succeed.
part of me was like,
But
oh, I
they
might play
also
this.
come
No,
with their
I'm
own
like,
goals,
obviously,
ambitions,
very well.
and fears,
Right.
all derived
They
from
did-
their different life
If you
paths.
saw the director's
And
cut
that
version, especially,
can generate
yeah,
problems.
You're not missing anything if you go to the
Stop
second one,
pretending you have
Yeah.
any idea how I feel. Incompetence.
Yeah, this game,
Incoherent
this game
decision
seems
making.
alright,
A
but
groundbreaking.
I don't know.
A lot
Elf-
of. It doesn't seem like anything new. Just
No.
like a very fancier version of something we've already had.
Right. It seems like a bunch of things together. You got the Fallout Shelter. You got like
Mission
Astroneer.
On
You
the verge
got, like,
of failure.
fucking-
Damn.
Nothing to
Right.
fight.
Hope I
It
don't-
doesn't look like. Did they show combat?
No, they didn't show combat at all. But the whole idea is like you're like cloning yourself, and your clones have personalities and needs and wants that you gotta make them happy, like Fallout Shelter and stuff like that.
Give everything
Oh
up
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Like just because you have a path of survival doesn't mean your clone is also gonna have a path of
Right.
survival kind of thing. This next one is called Creatures of Ava.
That's
You play as the girl Pied Piper,
nice.
and you pipe all the animals that need piping.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do.
It's the third person 3D platform thing. Kind of like Viva Pinata as well. That's where Slime Rancher.
Yeah, just like you like figure out, and then you use them for puzzles, right? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But each animal has their own thing, so you gotta like. Oh look, everyone's piping. You saw that?
Yeah.
That guy was doing it too.
It's like a Pokemon
Yeah,
piping
with
situation.
music. Yeah, just hypnotized.
Yeah, with the Pokemon.
Yeah,
And then you got like these weird magic staff powers and those vacuum staff.
Oh, okay. You have to stand down.
Yeah. It looks okay. I don't
A
know.
lot of puzzles.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever play it, but it looks pretty cool.
Well, I don't know. This is Xbox, so it could be on Game Pass. So if it's on
That's
Game
true.
Pass, it's like, why not? Give it an hour.
Yeah, got a
But-
few achievements.
I think that
I love that logo though.
you love it. I hate it. I think it's atrocious. Was that sarcastic?
The Ava?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Learn
No.
how
I
Creatures
love
of Ava
AVA
places you in
next
the
to each
role
other.
of Savior.
Well,
in a
yes,
first look
but the
preview
way it was
on X-
designed was like, that looks gross. I don't know, maybe not. A lot of weird logos. This next one is, speaking of weird, this is where it gets unhinged.
Okay.
You like online games, right?
Yeah.
And horror online games?
Probably.
Well, Chucky is getting his own game.
Okay. This is it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that. By any of the things I've seen so far. Am I supposed to be listening to this? Is audio important?
No, we don't have
Okay.
to.
No, just making sure.
Yeah, I didn't plug in my headphones. I just heard on the TV. It was like, whatever, we'll talk over it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's time to play.
That's crazy. I don't understand what those little green things are doing, Chucky.
I don't know either. So, this takes place in a thing called Griefville. Griefville
Is this Roblox?
is a game inside of Roblox.
This is Roblox.
They're putting Chucky inside of a game inside of Roblox.
Which is weird because Chucky just got onto Dead by Daylight.
Right.
Like literally
Hi,
a month or two
I'm
ago, I
Chucky.
think. Maybe a little longer
and
than
I'm
that,
your
but
friend to
in
the
this
end.
year.
Yeah.
He doesn't need another game where you do the same exact thing.
Right.
Especially one in
A
Roblox.
Roblox out of everything. Oh, sure. I was like, how much money did they just pay to do that?
Right.
Who paid the money there? Did Roblox pay that money? Did Griefville, the developers of Griefville inside of Roblox? Because that's the whole new thing. Is like, indie devs aren't just making itch.io games anymore. They're making Roblox games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Well, until
Make like
Fortnite takes over, and then.
Yeah, well, if Fortnite makes a way to like monetize like stuff like that, because like Roblox has like a whole like monetized system
Oh, I didn't know that.
for
Interesting.
for stuff like that.
Is that Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah,
Oh.
it could be.
Oh, maybe not. At first it looked like it.
Yeah, this is a sequel to
Oh wow, he's not good for that guy.
a game from 2017. I want to say came out.
Yeah.
This is the Sinking City 2. They didn't show any gameplay, but we get like this little vibes trailer. It's really cool.
It's like a horror survival.
Yeah, it's like a horror RPG.
Oh, okay.
That's all. It's H.P. Lovecraft inspired. I thought it was Call of Cthulhu, but the Sinking City is like more RPG heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like H.P. Lovecraft, all of that kind of stuff, old gods and scary shit, then this is the game. It looks fine. I don't know.
And the trailer looks cool. I'm really
Right.
tired of like scary characters just being like skip frame, you know,
Yeah.
like that thing's kind of getting old hat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at him.
Want to dive
somehow
deeper
in a
into this
different
mystery?
frame rate.
Discover more about this
Like, that's not
long-awaited
scary.
sequel in our Xbox Wire interview.
I mean, it is, but it isn't anymore, you know? Like, if I saw it in real life, I'd still be scared, but I've seen enough games where it's like,
Right. Well, I mean, like,
Warrior of
the
light.
Kojima thing is different than, like,
Walk free
the Possessed.
and bear the
like,
light for others to follow.
You know?
no, yeah, absolutely. There's different, but like, it's starting to become a lot
Yeah.
of similar, like, oh, he's twitchy. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The Possessed demon.
Yeah.
But, like, the Kojima puppet was, like, the Spider-Man thing. He was, like, 12 frames
Shaking.
per second.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
We
Everything's
Scions
running
will
at
fight
60 frames.
until our
Puppet
last
runs at
breath.
12 frames or 10
Forward,
frames
my
per second.
friends, for freedom and justice!
This is
know
Final Fantasy
you're not
14.
alone in this,
It's
don't
coming
you?
to Xbox. There's nothing really special.
Darkness
Yeah.
and light,
If you have Game Pass,
despair
you can play Final Fantasy
and
14.
hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other.
But you can also
Become light.
play Final Fantasy
Become
14
hope.
for free. So do that. You don't have to get Game Pass to do it. I don't know why they're doing starter edition available through Game Pass Ultimate Perks. But like the starter edition's free everywhere else because the first like 3 expansions are free.
I
It's
wonder,
very strange.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. What is this? This is another fantasy game. Oh, this is they are remaking the Stalker games. Stalker 2 is coming out pretty soon. Stalker 1 was a first-person sniper stealth thing
Oh, really?
on PC. It's always just been on PC.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played it.
It's like a hardcore PC game, but it's coming to console and everything like that. And then they're putting all of the expansions in one bundle together. Yeah, it's exciting. It'll be coming to Game Pass and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Stalker, and then after that we get the big game. Get Monster Jam Showdown.
Yeah. Monster Truck Racing.
If you thought the Roblox bar was high. We got monsters in this game.
That's what we needed.
I know. Actually, these games are usually pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I used to put these on like N64 back in the day, but I wonder if they still play like that. After that, we get they are coming out with the expansion to Persona 3 Reload.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think this is the female
あなたを守るために来ました
storyline, but this is the Aegis expansion.
時間や空間に歪みが起きてるんで
The
す
whole
この
expansion
地下
pass
にあ
is
る
coming
時の
to
狭間の
the
せ
Game
い
Pass as
まさ
well.
か同じ一日がずっと繰り返されてるんですか
タルタロスのように何か厄介な力で発生したということか
So
もしれ
after you play 100 hours of Persona 3, you jump and play another 100 of this TLC or whatever.
Yep, that's what they do.
Oh my goodness. So you're telling me that the ending of Persona 3
Uncover
isn't
what
even the
else
ending
the
after
Dark
you play all
Hour has
that?
in store for Game Pass members this year on Xbox
No
One.
and yes.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't.
I wanna
Aegis
commit.
might be a like a prologue,
Okay.
or what's it's an epilogue. What's the ending one? Whatever the ending one is.
I think it's probably-
Yeah. But what's next?
Well, maybe I'll play a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, this game's 100 hours. This is called The Last Berserker Kazaa. I think that was the name. Asura or something like that. It's a, first person Souls-like action game. Really cool.
Yeah.
I like it. It's my vibe. Yeah, it's pretty chunky. It's trying to get it through. It's too hardcore.
Yeah. It's too much blood.
Too much.
Keep up.
That seems cool.
That looks neat. Couple
yeah.
puzzles in there.
Yeah, it's coming at.
The NPCs looked a little.
Yeah, they look like a Souls game. FromSoft games are really pretty, but their NPCs, when you get really close up, you kind of lose some of that fidelity. After that, we get to see this game again. This is
that there are three great spirits who have denied you.
3D platform, or not.
I seek my Baba's
2D
return
platform
in exchange for these spirits.
Metroidvania game.
Tales of Kinzera Zao takes you on a journey through a land enriched with myth and legend, but torn apart by illness and tragedy. Grief is ever present here, from the arid deadlands, the harsh and unforgiving terrain, to the dense and dangerous forest floor of the woodlands, a place laden with mystery and fear. In your arsenal, you carry your late Baba's masks, the Mask of the Moon, to utilize best crowd control, and the Mask of the Sun, chaotic ballet that compels you to engage spirits in melee combat. The Mask of the
EA
Moon,
is publishing an
the Mask
indie
of the
game
Sun.
for-
You must embrace the
I don't
dance of
think
the shaman.
dinosaurs are hard. It's pretty
Each
much
ability
how
gained by the player
the
can be
EA
used both
original
traversally
goes.
as well as in the fray of combat.
They publish these games
For example, take Akida's spear. Not only can it be used to activate elements that are out of reach, but also engage and pierce through multiple enemies at once. And with each small victory along your journey, you will grow and better yourself, obtaining powers and tools that allow you to turn the tides of battle in your favor.
I mean, it's definitely progressively gotten cooler as I've watched it.
You should not sneak up on people, young shaman.
We are shamans. Healers
Right.
in a
I
land
think
long
it'll be
past
fine. I think
healing.
it'll be good.
The complexities of grief
You really like
inspired
that
the
from
foundations of
Perfect
the world of
game that came out this year.
Kinzera. You will be
Right.
faced with intricate puzzles, arduous
I think it'll at
obstacles,
least
and
be
deceptive traps that demand
as
both
good
patience
as
and
that,
skill
you know?
to
Yeah.
overcome. And though the path is fraught with adversity, an even fiercer battle rages within you.
Nothing more else. I think the date is the big thing here. It's like April 16th. See if it actually skips to it. April 23rd.
Nice.
Coming to Game Pass? No Game Pass on that one. A lot of these don't have Game Pass. After that, we get a trailer for Frostpunk 2. Frostpunk 2 is coming out pretty soon. I'm very excited.
think I played the first one.
No. Yeah, I really likes the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got super into it. July 25th on that one. After that, we get this last game. Yeah, this is the last game. We saw this at a Xbox not too long ago as well. It's like
very trippy.
Yeah, it was like I forgot the name. It's called Path of the Goddess. I forgot what the Japanese name is. It's super trippy Japanese demon game thing. This trailer makes it seem like it's kind of like a tower defense thing. Like you're like going around and recruiting villagers and stuff like that for your town, and then like at nighttime a demon door emerges and demons start pouring out, and the more villagers there are that to help you, the easier it is, I assume, or whatever.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then you guys can throw like dance parties or something like that.
Right. As one does.
Yeah. And you can, build out stuff.
Okay.
Build out stuff.
So it's like a village builder, but also
right.
node events.
Yeah. Build out like perches and stuff like that. Yeah, the monster designs are really cool.
Yeah.
The combat, on the other hand, I don't know. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's enough going on everywhere else. But like, I don't know, it looks like bad combat. It just seems like it might be like a fun button.
Yeah.
So much other shit going on. But then you got like some jumps and stuff like that.
I love the colors of all the everything.
You need to like an eighth of shrooms. Yeah, fucking
Definitely.
play this game. Horrifying Japanese demons with all the colors of the rainbow.
There's a good story to it too.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh,
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of like.
Like all the demons, I assume, were real demons.
yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of. It looks good. Like I said, I love all the colors and the visuals for sure.
Yeah. I don't give it a date. It just says coming 2024. Kunitsugami. That's the name. Path of the Goddess. It's made on the RE engine though. That's crazy. Same engine that makes Resident Evil made that game.
Learn how Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess mixes action and
That engine is so
works.
versatile, and that's what they ended on. They announced this partner preview by saying that game would be here, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be the opening, and it wasn't. It was the ending. But yeah, I don't really have any other news that I care about too much, but maybe you do. Did you see any of the Yuzu stuff? You don't care about emulation. You don't emulate anything really.
No.
But Nintendo went after a emulation software called Yuzu. Yuzu was a Switch emulation software that had a Patreon, which is fine if you're like, selling like this service of like, hey, I just need money to like pay rent while I'm coding this stuff, and then
just get it off the
the
ground.
actual product is free. But they were selling like more than that behind the paywall, from what I understand. Like full on like breakdowns on how to hack the Switch and stuff like that. And then Nintendo ended up saying and showing that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was downloaded like 1 million times before it actually launched.
Oh shit.
Because of Yuzu. So Nintendo, of course, sent their lawyers after Yuzu, and then Yuzu and Nintendo settled it outside of court when Yuzu will be shutting down and paying out $2.1 million
wow.
to Nintendo. They also have another emulation software that wasn't part of that, but ended up getting part of the splash damage there, called Citra. And that's the 3DS emulation software.
Yeah.
And people were pretty bummed about that because the 3DS and the Wii U stores are going down, if not are already down now. So like that going down and not having a way to like preserve those games, that's like another hit to emulation. But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's another one out there. I don't know how good other ones are out there, but people will figure it out, you know.
Yeah, one way or the other. You're not gonna put a stop to it.
Yeah, it's a bummer though. I mean, it's like, yeah, don't show how to break encryption. That's like the big thing, was like they were showing how to break like encrypted code and stuff like that.
Basically jailbreaking your DS.
And that's where it becomes illegal.
Yeah.
Like you dumping a ROM that you have a disk of, or you have a cart of onto a software so you can play on your PC, is technically not illegal as of right now. And that's still the case as of right now, but it's a very scary line that these emulators walk.
Yeah.
And once they start like asking for money, people are telling these guys like, hey, you need to stop doing this. You need to, and yeah, you know, they flew too close to the sun.
Right. Yeah. Basically.
It's
exactly what it is.
It sucks, but yeah, they were getting getting Tears of the Kingdom running at like 4K 120 on PC or something like that. Like it's ridiculous. Like a week before the game even came out.
That's crazy though. Like
it's yeah, and it's all that's because, you know, like somebody will get the game early, and then dump the cart onto the service, and then they just start sharing it around and stuff like that because it's all file sharing and stuff.
Right.
And then, yeah, it's that easy where it just starts getting passed around and stuff like that. And then, I don't know how much money they've made in total, but it was said that their Patreon was making like $33,000 a month or something like that.
Wow.
And they'd been around for quite a few years now. I don't know how long they've been making that much money or anything like that. There's not like a graph you can see, and since the Patreon's been taken down and everything like that, there's no like way to check it back into it. But yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
But I think these guys still have it made where they're still going to be walking away with quite a bit of money.
I was about to say, like, they're
thing.
giving that much, but how much do they have left? You know, if they're just willing to give that much out, they probably have a good chunk.
Right. I think
they're like, we're good.
I think 30,000 might be like the number on paper, but that there's no way that's the only money that's coming in.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Like what else? What other kind of hacks and stuff like that? If they're like doing encryption breaking on Switches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They're probably already in other stuff as well.
For sure.
You don't get to that level and only do...
Or investing in other things. Like, if they were smart, they were taking that money and putting it somewhere else.
Yeah,
because they knew that, hey, this is probably... The floor is going to fall out on this at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Have you been playing anything lately, though?
I started playing the first Red Dead Redemption, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted, because Kenny wants to get the second one. So...
Hell yeah, we can talk
like,
about that game.
Alright, well, I'll start the first one. Because I've had the first one... I bought the first one a while ago when it came out with the Undead Redemption, like, combo pack or whatever. So I bought them both. I was like, why not?
Yeah. I thought they were on Game Pass for a bit. Maybe not.
They might have been, but I don't...
Not anymore,
I don't know if
though.
I was playing at the time.
Yeah.
But I had never played that game. I never played any of them.
No?
No. So...
Hell yeah.
I was like, well, I'll play the first one and, you know...
Hell yeah.
And then we'll get the second one.
Yeah, the first one was really good. I remember liking a lot at the time. And then Undead Nightmare I loved. I adored that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to talk about that once you get like into it and stuff.
Yeah, I'm only like a few hours in. I'm still basically in the tutorial. I mean, like I'm playing
really?
the game, you know, like, but I'm still learning stuff as it progresses. I'm only a few hours in. I mean, it's fun. It's more fun than I thought it was gonna be initially, because I'm not a fan of like horses in games. Well, in real life too, but
no, I get it. The
games,
the
I'm not a horse person. And it is annoying, you know, because there's a lot of like, you know, you gotta tap it to run and shit.
Right.
There's a lot of that.
I was gonna ask, how are the Rockstar controls in that game? You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, besides the horse, I haven't had too many difficulties. The auto aim's kind of, I might have to end up turning that off.
Yeah.
It's gotten me in trouble a couple times, but
yeah. God,
other than that, it hasn't been too bad. But again, I'm just starting off. I'm sure things will come about where I'm just like, what the fuck? But I'm trying to like, I'm hoping that I can just get a car.
Not in Red Dead, no.
I know. It sucks because they show you a car at the very beginning of the game.
Right.
In the intro.
Like 1911?
Yeah, they show a car getting like taken off a boat, and so like you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna get that car, and then you never get a car.
Right. Because the whole...
Like, what a tease.
The whole beginning of that game is the end of the Cowboys. The Cowboy era is done.
It's dying.
Yeah. Well, the Red Dead 2 is the dying, and then this one's, yeah. There's still cowboys in it, but it's like there's no Wild West anymore, kind of thing.
Well, the East is finally moving in.
Right.
That's from what I've got. Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's like the East is slowly moving toward the West, and all the Westerners are like, we don't want none of that.
Right.
Blah blah blah. But it's inevitable, and yeah.
Right. It's a very...
Because your character's from the East, isn't he? He's like an Eastern guy, like an Eastern...
I think he's from Virginia or something like
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then he came out.
Right. John Marston.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
I think playing the first one first is the good call.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first one in the Redemption arc.
Yeah,
the first one is Revolver. Red Dead Revolver, and that was for the original Xbox. And that one's kind of like, you don't need to go back to that one. That one's not like the other ones.
I figured that was way too old.
Yeah, I have that one. So if you want to borrow it, it'll play on the Xbox.
Yeah. I just figured that's too far back.
Right.
I don't know if I want to go that far.
Yeah. I think that game was like 2004, 2003 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, let's see if I can handle this one. Because this is around the, like, San Andreas era, right? Like, this would come out around the same time. Red Dead Redemption.
No, it was after 4. After GTA 4.
Oh, between 4 and...
Between
5?
4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
Probably around the time, like,
that makes more sense. Yeah, that
Midnight
right.
Club Los Angeles came out or whatever on the 360. Because it was, like, 2010, I want to say. Maybe that's when Undead Nightmare came out.
Yeah.
But, and then, yeah, it was 2013 is when we got GTA 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little like nods to GTA 5. Like, oh, this is gonna be in GTA 5.
Right.
A lot of that already, I've noticed. Well, I mean, that's just a Rockstar thing, though. They're gonna share a lot of things when they can, but yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I've been, I mostly, to be honest, I've put a lot of hours into the game, but 80% of it's been poker.
Dude, I
will just sit there and play poker the whole time.
Hell yeah, dude.
The whole time. It doesn't matter.
I played so much Red Dead Poker because I hated the controls so much of Red Dead 2. We'll talk about that when you play that game.
Yeah.
How much I disdain that game. But I played like 4 or 5 hours of just poker out of the 10 hours that I played that game.
Yeah, I figured it was the easiest, quickest way to get as much money as I could.
Yeah.
But not with poker. Poker's like the worst way to get money because even after you win, you only win.
Right, it's like $3 in that game.
Right, yeah, it's like a $10 buy-in, and then even like the expensive tables, you only make however much everyone else has at the table.
Right.
So like if the buy-in is 10, you get 100 chips.
Yeah.
You win 500 chips, you only get 50. So you spend 4 hours and win $50. It's not worth it. I mean, it's fun, I guess, but like it's not worth it. You want to make where the money's at. You play that hand game.
The poker that I recommend. It's on Game Pass right now. Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, or not Infinite Wealth, like a Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, or any of the Yakuzas. They all have poker in them. It's like one of the mini games that you can go do. Just like they have the arcades and stuff. The poker in that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Japanese poker is like, you're not gambling for money. You gamble for like chips, and then you buy plates, and then you sell those plates for money. But like, there's like special prizes at each poker place.
Oh, okay.
Like Chuck E. Cheese almost, where you get like maybe like a special armor is like the highest prize of chips.
Oh, that's cool.
And stuff
like
that.
That's a little more worth it, at least.
Yeah.
You're actually like working for something.
Yeah, they all have that. And there's like 11 different Yakuza games. So
oh wow.
It's
that's another series I wanted to get into, but I figured that's going to take a bajillion years.
Yeah. I either recommend just starting with 7 or starting with 0.
Yeah.
Because Yakuza 0 is the start of Kiryu's story in the 1980s. And then they did Kiwami and Kiwami 2, which are the remakes of 1 and 2. Or Yakuza 7, which is just the start of Ichiban's story, which is you'd be just catching up to where they're at now, basically.
I wanted to just play Infinite Wealth.
Yeah. I mean, play Infinite Wealth. From what I know, they have like a pretty big like cutscene to catch you up on everything that happened.
Oh, word.
You probably won't get all like the nuances and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because
like from what I understand, it's Infinite Wealth is also like a goodbye to Kiryu. So there's gonna be a lot of that side of the story where you probably won't get the nuances, but it's him. It's a new version of him and a new party and everything like that. So it really doesn't matter. You'll just like be like, why are we going here? What is this dude all about doing around here? But the Ichiban side of things, it's all new for him. Everything that's happening is new for him. So
that's dope. I'm sure they'll still give you enough context.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're so good, and those games are so well fleshed out.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to do in those games. It's so fun. I picked up 7 for a little bit not too long ago. During the last time that we sat down, and I was playing some mahjong and stuff like that. I'm not good at real mahjong. I found out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna learn. One day I'll learn and I'll be good at it. But I was like, I'll put on a few hours, and then I did a couple battles after I got out of work, and I was like, I'm just gonna fuck around and play some mini games.
Nice.
The other thing I ended up playing, the big thing that I was gonna play this week, is Skate. I played the original Skate this week.
Oh, nice.
I ended up just deleting all my footage on accident right before we started this.
Oh, no.
So the first episode is out now, but I will have to re-record the second and third episode.
Dang. I mean, at least it's a fun game. It's not like,
right.
Like you had to kill 50 bosses or something. You just get to skate around.
Right, but it's like 3.5 hours of like a 7-hour game. So
yeah.
It's a bummer. That game holds up. It's not as good as 2 or 3, definitely. It has a lot more flaws than the other two, but the way it controls is still very nice. I remember the second one being a lot more snappier than this first one. This first one, it still seems like maybe I thought I had like tightened up everything, but like yeah, it's still very like your guy is still very like, I don't know, a newborn giraffe.
Okay.
Is what it feels like sometimes. Like he doesn't always feel right on the board.
Right.
And maybe that's kind of the point. But I feel like the second and third one will control more better. But I wanted to get through the first one before I jump to the second and third one, because once I do jump to the second or third one, I'm not gonna want to play the first one.
Oh yeah.
Not anytime soon. So I was like, we'll start with that one, and yeah, not being able to get off your board is kind of a bummer. That's a big change that they did in the second one.
Oh, you can walk around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And being able to like readjust yourself and everything like that with not having to be on a board rolling is so much better than like
it's like when you're on a horse and you're trying to turn.
Yeah.
You're on the edge.
Right, but your horse can still stop.
That's true. Yeah.
Your skateboard just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of stop, but then you put your all four on the floor, and then you start rolling.
You're gonna move no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucking. It's such a pain in the ass, but yeah, I got through. I don't know. 3 hours or so. You get your first sponsors, your board sponsor. I got my board sponsor. I picked Enjoy. And then my shoe sponsor was next, and I picked Lakai. So I'll have to do that again in the next in those episodes. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had like a good day or so playing it. My next day off, I'll probably jump back into it and dive even deeper. But yeah, it made me just want to skate.
Yeah.
Like for real. But the weather was so shitty. And then the weather was shitty for a couple days, and then
I was gonna say
I lost my will to skate.
It finally got warm, and now it's just raining all day.
Yeah. Yeah, and it made me lose my will to skate. I want to skate in bursts.
I started
usually
getting
after I play a skate game or watch a video.
Yeah, I started getting an urge to skate as well, especially because I've been going to all these. I've been getting to these places so early to like walk around town now and stuff.
Yeah.
To scope shit out. I'm trying to be a little more like, not outgoing, just like, instead of showing up to a place and just sitting in my car and getting really high till I gotta go on stage or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like I actually go explore and shit, you know?
You can get really high and be on a skateboard at the same time.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. So like, but if I have a board, I feel like people won't fuck with you as much. But that's not why I want one. But I feel like if I have one, people will be like,
maybe.
All right, just let them skate. Unless they're old or they're security guards or something. I don't know. No, but I really just want one because I like I said, I get there early and I'm going through all these towns and stuff, and you know, even if it's just the middle of nowhere and I'm in a huge ass parking lot, like just being able to skate.
Right.
It's usually dark, so it's like, you know, that perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Being in like a city like Hartford or Worcester or anything like that is like that's so much nicer to skate out here. Is like
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
even the parks
exactly.
are shitty here.
True.
Even the skate parks around us right here are gnarly. So,
but
having the ability to be in a city like that is nice.
But I've definitely been getting that urge as well, just to kind of
starting to get nice.
Roll around and whatnot.
I have the urge to grill. That's the big thing. I think I might grill today.
Nice.
I have some chicken tendies. Might throw those on the grill and make some tacos.
Wow.
Yeah. It sounds
That'd be
good.
fun.
Sounds good.
I like some chicken tacos.
Yeah. I had a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell. I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
From Taco Bell before this podcast.
And that just wasn't enough.
No.
You're like, I need more chicken inside a tortilla.
Yeah. Well, I bought the chicken like 2 days ago, and I was like, I need to cook something with that. And I don't know what else to make besides that. I could do like tiny chicken parms.
I was just about to say, you could just do little chicken parms. Put it on a sandwich, make like a chicken parm grinder.
Ooh, that sounds good. I mean, that's basically a chicken taco.
Yeah, just with marinara.
It's just a taco's a different type of sandwich.
Just a different tomato sauce.
Yeah. You put tomato sauce in your taco?
Well, you know, you put hot sauce.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's not tomato.
It's a pepper.
Yeah, pepper.
But
Salsa, though.
Yeah.
It's like a tomato sauce, kind of.
Pico de gallo.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's not sauce. Pico isn't.
Yeah,
really saucy.
every culture has a bread of some sort.
That's the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Every culture has a bread.
Some sort of vehicle to carry your food to your mouth.
The last podcast was called Your Favorite Sandwich.
I know, we always get back to sandwiches.
We're always ending on the sandwich.
Everything revolves around sandwiches.
Life is a sandwich.
Yeah, life is a sandwich.
And just like our weeks are sandwiched in between podcasts. I think that's it, Patrick. That's all the news I have. I don't have any other games I'm playing.
Yeah, I pretty much only played Red Dead. I kind of just committed to the one game. I mean, I hop back and forth to that zombie game, Dead Island 2, a little bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were playing that.
Yeah.
Not beating it yet. Oh, shit, dude. I've put like 60 hours. No, not that much. I put like 30-something hours in Elden Ring. I've restarted
my
Elden Ring
start over.
playthrough.
Right. Yeah, the DLC's coming out soon. You gotta go grind through it. That's another game I've been considering.
Yeah, I looked at your achievements. I don't need to call you out right here. But
I have not gotten very far.
I know how far you are. I've seen. I lapped you in the matter of like an hour. I was like, damn. All right.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm only like 1, maybe 2 bosses in.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Yeah,
I'm not even in the library yet. Like, I know where. I've seen the game played enough times that I know exactly how far back I am.
Right.
Like, I know.
I have gotten to where I'm at in like episode 60.
Are you like going back and actually like
50 to... Yeah, I'm just
searching through shit, or you're just like, I know kind of like what I'm doing. I'm just
because now I know where everything.
Pathing it, yeah.
And I don't need a search for it anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, more or less now you're like, all right, this is the build I'm kind of going for.
Right.
You know kind of what to avoid now. You're not going to fall for the same traps and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I'm still getting everything. I'm still making sure I have everything that I did.
Right.
So I'm still 100%ing everything as I go through.
Yeah.
But I'm just, because I'm not in awe of it this time around.
Yeah. Well, that was my thing is I am in awe, and I'm still going to be in awe, but like.
Right.
And I just get so distracted. It's not because it's not
It's a big game.
It's not that I suck.
No.
Like, I'm good. I don't die a lot. I just get very distracted by like.
How was it saying you sucked? I never said that.
Yeah, this is just my. I just have low self-esteem, so it's just. I'm really good at video games. Okay, I just see pretty mountains and I'm stare at them for a while. But yeah, I'll get better because I got pretty far in Liza P, and then
Right.
I get so distracted.
Yeah,
and
where are you
Elden
at?
Ring really overwhelmed. Like sensory wise, was very overwhelming. I was just
Yeah.
like every time I played it, I was like, "There's so many things I could do.
Yeah,
How do I commit to something?"
Elden Ring might be worth playing through with a guide just to be like, this is the critical path.
Yeah,
And
well, like I've
then-
said, I've seen so many playthroughs now, like ridiculous ones and regular
Right.
ones, that like I'm pretty, at least the first half of the game, I'm pretty like sure of where I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
After that, maybe I'd have to start watching stuff again, but especially now because it's just been out so long, it's almost impossible not to have seen something about it now. And
Yeah.
tips and tricks and
I've killed.
whatnot.
I've gotten past Renala. I'm just about to get into the capital. Is where I'm back at end of the game. And then I can fight Radon at any moment. Like the festival's going on. I triggered that, so I can go fight Radon real quick. I was just planning on leveling up first.
Nice.
And then back into the capital. Go all the way up to the tree. Do the tree thing. Which, no, you get rejected at the tree. They're like, yeah, you're not good enough. And then you gotta go somewhere else. And then from that point, I should be like pretty close to where I was at.
Yeah.
That's like another 30 hours though.
Yeah. I did get a little further in Liza P. I let that dog in the house.
Okay. The boss weapon dog.
Yeah, the boss weapon dog. I let him in.
What's his name?
Oh man, I can't remember. It's fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy name. 'Cause he's a rich
Arthur's
guy.
the other one.
Yeah.
Is it Alfred?
No.
Alfonso?
Something weird.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's another dog guy and his name's Arthur.
I don't know if I met him.
That dog guy talks about Arthur, I think.
Oh.
At some point. Because he's like his protege or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apprentice. Arthur's the dude's apprentice.
Word.
Yeah.
I think I just beat the, I'm trying to think of the last boss. I just beat, literally I beat it and then I was like, alright, next, I'll come back, next game. Shoot.
I mean, I could look it up right here.
That's true, you could totally just call me out. Go ahead, see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I don't care. I'll try to remember why you do it, but...
I mean, I'll probably like spoilers for Liza P. Gaming. Liza P. Where are the bosses? This one? Is that the one that you're on?
I think that might have been the last one. It must have been, yeah, because I did...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did the Watchman and the King's Flame.
Fallen Archbishop.
Yeah, so that was at the top of or at the bottom of the church.
Yes.
When you get to the bottom of that big old hole,
right.
You have to do all those things and stuff. Yeah, so
that's the angel thingy, right?
Yeah, so I finally beat that. Surprisingly, very easy. I think it only took like.
Oh, you got that.
2, maybe 3 times.
Try and assemble a weapon. I guess I never did that in the game.
Huh.
Weird.
That's
I
weird.
never did any of these side quests. I never finished them.
Yeah, that one was actually a pretty easy boss, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, it was like it was teaching you like the acid pretty much, because I think that's the first time you get like the acid mechanic.
Yeah, you start getting around with the acid and stuff around that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so then I beat that boss, and then I said, All right, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And that was at the beginning of the month.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh,
back
you got some big bosses ahead of you, but
Yeah.
it's exciting.
But that's usually what I do. I just play it till I get to the next boss.
Yeah,
and
that's what I do.
then because it's so linear, it's easier to do it that way too.
Right. It's not like Elden Ring where it's like, oh, here's a cave.
Right. Yeah,
Here's-
exactly. And it's like not even anything. Like
Right.
you just beat a cave and it's like, oh, now you get here's 300 souls for that or something. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well I wasted 4
This
hours.
little side boss.
Right.
Yeah.
At least this one has a little bit more of like an objective type thing.
Hell yeah.
But
I love Liza P, dude. It was so good.
It
I want
really
to
is.
go back.
It
Apparently, apparently, the more new game pluses you do, the more it changes.
Oh, did you see? Actually, speaking of Liza P, there was an update. Did you see that?
No.
They put the Wukong staff.
Oh yeah, no, I
into
did
Liza
see that.
P. It's
Yeah.
so OP, dude. That was the other thing. That's so when I went back to play. I think that's why it was so easy, honestly, because I went back to play
Wolong.
Wolong, yeah. Well,
Not Wukong.
Wukong also has a staff.
Right. Which that will be coming on.
Yeah,
August.
Wulong. Literally one letter. I mean, just never invite them both to a party. Yeah, you get the staff. You also get like some uniform shit too, but the staff is sick.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I don't think you can disassemble it. That's like the only. You just have to upgrade it
Right.
as it is.
In
But
Wolong,
still.
you get the umbrella weapon.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
and then
cool.
I think the puppeteer, the rapier thing.
Yeah.
That's the main weapon I use in Liza P is the smaller sword, the dex build
Like
weapon.
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also in Wolong as well.
Oh, that's
And that's
cool.
what I'm rocking in Wolong.
That's cool. Honestly, those beginner weapons aren't bad.
No,
I mean,
that's why it would stick.
It's just like all the weapons they give you are just make it easier.
Right.
And like some of them are a little OP because they want you to like, oh, you're facing this, so use the opposite element. You know.
Right. My first playthrough in
But-
any of these games, I'll just take a base weapon and stat it out
Yeah.
all the way.
Realistically, yeah, absolutely, you can totally do that. There's no reason why you can't.
Right. Yeah.
But now that I got that staff, I'm like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
using that now. To be honest, honestly, if you do go back, I would just like staff mode it. Like it's dope.
Yeah, the staff in Wolong is pretty nice too. It is pretty strong in Wolong as well.
Yeah.
It hits like a truck and it has a giant reach on it, which is nice in that game because a lot of enemies like get really in on you and you want to like sweep at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's cool. That game, the dodge and the parry is the same button. I think we've talked about that before,
Yeah.
but I've kind of given up on it because of that, because of the boss I'm on is like such a wall.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to have my parry and my dodge.
You can't switch them at all.
No,
Huh.
no matter what. It's like a fast dodge parry thing.
Oh, okay.
Where like, yeah, if you dodge at the right moment, it parries.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Huh.
Yeah, and then it opens them up for a counterattack kind of thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because the parry is like a side switch.
Yeah, but then if you
step
miss,
thing.
then you dodge.
Yeah.
And your whole
It's fucked up.
shit's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Interesting decision.
Yeah, but
I guess that's a way to make it different, but.
right. And I don't remember Neo being like that because
Yeah.
it's also the Neo team.
Oh yeah.
That team has another game coming out at the end of March. That Rise of the Ronin game comes out at the end of March. The one that's like Japanese samurais with guns as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the fast shooting revolver. It's like
That game is crazy. Yeah.
it's fucking dope. I want to play that. That also comes out the same day as Princess Peach Showtime and
Yeah. Right.
the Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out that day as well.
Yeah. A lot of talk about that.
Yeah, people were hyped on that. I mean, that's fucking over 10 years in the making almost.
Right.
Like, people have been wanting that game for a long time. Dark Arisen, even Dark Arisen's like 10 years old now. And so that was like the DLC expansion thing that they did for the PS4 and the Xbox One, because the original was an Xbox 360 game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they did like a modern update expansion thing for the next gen, which was PS4 at the time.
Right.
And then this new one is finally coming out, almost a decade plus later.
Wow.
So it's exciting. People are really hyped on it. The people that adore that game really love that game.
Yeah.
I have played it. I never beaten it.
Really?
So
I've never played it. I watched a little bit on it recently just because it has been blowing up on my feed.
From what I know, the back half of those games are really hard.
Really?
Yeah. So
there's just like a skill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's like
Jump
some
forward.
online component too to like Dark Arisen where like the more an enemy kills like characters in the game, like the more health and powerful he gets.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that was Dark Arisen. That sounds right to me. But yeah, like this giant dragon monster thing. Like everybody's taking health on it, off of it, and then it's killing everyone, and the more people it kills, the more health it gets, and the more people take health off of it, and it's like this war of attrition.
It's almost never,
Yeah, I don't know if that's still a thing or anything, or if that was even the right game, but I remember that being a thing.
Nice.
That sounds correct to me. Somebody correct me in the comments. I don't want to do that work. You should do that work for me.
Yeah. Call them out.
You should engage with the video. Yeah. Well, we will have more games to talk about in the next episode. I will be playing more Skate this week for sure. I don't really have any other games that I plan on playing besides Elden Ring. But ideally there will be more news that isn't layoffs or anything. Oh, Capcom raised its whole workforce pay by 5%. So, there's that. Somebody's not laying people off. People are getting paid more.
Yeah.
That's always cool. Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. You remember that happened last year at some point? You remember who was that? That was another Japanese company. I don't remember who. Maybe that was Nintendo? Sounds like a Nintendo thing. Anyways, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Not that I can think of.
No. Patrick's got a long drive, and he said he's tired. So, hopefully you drive safe and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got a long week ahead of me.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Me too. Me too. I like that vape. It's cute.
Yeah, it's called the Snail.
It also is called a Luca.
Yeah, I think that's the brand.
Oh.
Of the because they make more than just this one, but this one specifically is the Snail.
Is that a gram in there?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Vapes.
it's very convenient.
Yeah, I got one just so. Well, I got it for work as well, but I got these. These are 2 grams.
Oh yeah, those little things. I love those.
Yeah, it was like $60-$70 for these 2-gram ones. Nice. It's nice, and it makes it so you guys don't hear lighter clicks, but I like flour too, so yeah, we'll see you next week. It's been fun, guys. It's been real. Peace out, Cubs Cuts. Bye.